Hello guys, today we are here to talk about how to set up an antibody staining panel. For example, when you have to do experiments and you have to stain your cells to then read them through flow cytometry. Today we are going to talk about a tool that is SpectraViewer from Thermo Fisher, but there are different, like for example BD, etc. So we talk about flow cytometry. An example of a staining panel, that is this. So here they wanted to analyze both lymphocytes and monocytes. As you can see from the arrows, the thing is that they use different markers like CD19, CD3, CD4, CD8, etc. that are markers for CD8 cells. And they use different fluorochromes, right? So actually in total these are 10 fluorochromes. Now I'm not going to discuss about this panel, but it's just to say that they used 10 fluorochromes. So what I do usually is to use their tool that is called Fluorescence SpectraViewer, that you can see it here. And I just added the 10 fluorophores here on the right. If you flag here, you will be able to see them, both in terms of excitation and emission. All right. You can even add lasers or lamps if you want to, let's say, tell to the website which is your laser configuration, etc. Okay, but usually what I do is add them here, and I will show you in a while if you can or cannot do that based on your configuration of your flow cytometer. For example, let's say I am using this configuration. This is actually a configuration with 5 lasers from a FAXARIA Fusion that is usually used as a cell sorter, not as a analyzer, but you can use it as an analyzer, but it will be a little bit slower. Okay, nonetheless it has 5 lasers, as we said, and here you have all fluorochromes and their bandpass filter. Okay, this is what you want to check, both the laser and the bandpass filter, before choosing your antibody staining panel. So for example, let's start with the blue laser. We have here Fitch and Percipi Sanin 5. These are included in our staining panel, all right, because you have the Fitch here and you have Percipi Sanin 5 here, and I added them. So for example, Fitch would be like here, and the other one we say is for blue laser Percipi Sanin 5, that is already in our panel. Okay, they are quite distant, so it should be fine. They are excited by the same laser, but as you can see they have a different bandpass filter. So for Fitch is 530/30 and for Percipi Sanin 5 is 685/40. This is essentially what you have to check for all your fluorochromes. So the laser could be the same, but if that's the same, you will want to use a different bandpass filter. It cannot be the same, right? So let's go on. For the yellow-green laser, we have PE and PE Sanin 7, and they are in our panel, because you can see PE is here for CD11C and PE Sanin 7 is here for HLA-DR. Okay, so we will flag them immediately. They are quite distant and they do not overlap too much. I mean, there is an overlap with Fitch for the PE, but you will be able to separate them through the instrument, also because of compensation. Anyway, you have now to check again your configuration. So for PE, the bandpass filter is 585/15 and PE Sanin 7 is a different 780/60. So you will be able to analyze this. So it's fine. Let's go on. Now we have, for example, Pacific blue here, violet laser, and is here. Fine. Let's go on with the red laser. We have APC Sanin 7, APC, and Alexa Fluor 700. These are coming all from the same red laser, but each of them has a different bandpass filter. So we will be able to see them. And we have with these 8 fluorochromes. The other 2 I cannot read because I don't have them in my fluorochrome list. You can check if they are similar to some of them. For example, Pacific Green is similar to Fitch, but you cannot read Pacific Green fluorochromes because you are already using Fitch, as you can see here. So, and Pacific Orange, it's similar to Texas Red, if I remember. You have to check similarities with other fluorochromes, slot, but you cannot, if you have already these fluorochromes in your antibody staining panel, you cannot use the same. So for this case, I suggest you to check with your colleagues, your supervisor, or your technician of flow cytometry facility. You might want to change flow cytometer, so you might want to change instrument, or you might want to change fluorochrome. For example, if we come back, Pacific Green is for CD19. So instead of using Pacific Green, maybe you can use another one, right? That could be coming from even a different laser than the blue laser. For example, you might want to use CD19 with a violet laser, so maybe in BV510, V500. It really depends on your antibodies that you have in your laboratory. So first of all, check the markers and the fluorochromes, for all the markers you have, check all the fluorochromes you have, and then you will be able to build a antibody staining panel. So take all of these in consideration. So at the end of this, this is what I do. So I use a Spectra viewer from Thermo Fisher, and I always check my instrument. That is important to say that you can use this antibody staining panel. Of course, these are 8 fluorochromes, is a lot, but maybe you might want to use less. If you use like 2-4 fluorochromes, it will not be a problem. Always check with Spectra viewer, and if possible, check your instrument configuration, especially when you have a lot of fluorochromes. Okay, just ask confirmation to colleagues and people, and you will see that it's not so complex, so you will do it. So for this video we finish. Thanks for your attention, and see you in another one.